Hello and welcome to my presentation about Reality Middle School Counseling Department program by Lauren Daly, College of Education, Southeastern University. The middle school is an international baccalaureate middle years program school which serves 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students. The total population of the middle school is 1,150 students with programs at serving students who receive special education services, English speakers of other languages, duly identified students who receive both SPED and ESOL services, students of learning, remediation, and gifted education services. The school counseling department consists of a director of school counseling who does not have a caseload and is a 15-year veteran to the school. The 6th grade counselor is a second-year counselor and new to the school. The 7th grade counselor is a first-year counselor and new to the school, and the 8th grade counselor has 10 years plus of counseling experience and is also new to the school. The objectives of the evaluation plan were for the overall, for us to gain an understanding of the role of the middle school counselor and to see if the faculty, teachers, and staff had an understanding, to gain an understanding of small groups available to students, and to see if the students and if the staff had an understanding of them. To identify some key resources available to help students and faculty at the school. That was also to use to see if teachers, faculty, and staff knew of resources or supportive services that this counseling department had in place. To understand the referral process for students and parents to see a school counselor and also teachers. That was to see what teachers, faculty, and staff preferred for the referral process, and also to share perceptions of the school counseling department and the school counseling program by the faculty, teachers, and staff. The teachers, faculty, and staff were brutally honest in areas of the open-ended, long answer questions, which will provide some, have provided some valuable insight to the school counseling department. So the evaluation design and methods was a Microsoft Forms survey was created and sent to all teachers and faculty and staff in the building. There were 4 forced choice questions that were on this survey and 5 open-ended questions with long response options on the survey. Only 19% of the teachers, faculty, and staff completed the Microsoft Forms survey, and the survey was open for the duration of 1 week. 0% of the teachers, faculty, and staff filled out the Post-it notes qualitative data collection in the faculty lounge on how can the school counselor be more effective. The purpose of that data collection was to allow teachers the opportunity, if they wanted to write something, they could post it on the bulletin board or put it in the folder on the bulletin board. As some people, the evaluation coordinator and the director of school counseling thought might want an opportunity to write more information. So according to the survey results, the closed or first choice questions, we asked how long have they worked in the field of education, how long were they at the school. A majority of the staff members have been at the school in the over 2 years, which will make change hard. And having all 3 new counselors to the school with all different perspectives, definitely there are changes that it appears, and the faculty and staff are struggling with the new department being at the school. However, the staff, it appears, feels very comfortable or feels that if a student is in need or that they need to see the counselor, that the counselor is available when needed. If you see there, with the 71% of staff members feel that the counselor is available. So in looking at the 5 open-ended questions, the overall themes consisted of staffing. And when looking at staffing, it was noted that teachers, faculty, and staff felt that the counselors were overworked, overwhelmed, that they're trying their best to address all the issues. They just don't have the time. It's hard to meet all the needs of the students with limited time. There's just no time. Another theme was supportive services, and throughout the things that were listed were students are pulled for small groups, counselors meet with students individually, their grade level lessons like SOS, which is signs of suicide, classroom lessons, there's academic counseling, the counseling department is effective with dealing with high school scheduling, and there's emotional, social, personal support. One of the participants commented, I think the students' personal and social needs are met. Another theme was experiences, and with experiences, there were things listed that were both positive and negative. Positive experiences consisted of I'm listened to and I'm accommodated as best as they can be, keep doing what they've been doing, and the counselors always have been helpful when I reach out. And some negative comments were they need to be a part of the team, they are treated separately, they are not separate themselves from staff. And then another theme was support. The participants felt that the teachers, the school counselors needed to be a part of parent-teacher conferences, observations, and then another major theme was communication, and they listed preferred areas of communication, least preferred methods of communication, in-person communication, how counselors should communicate with them, how counselors should communicate with students. Recommendations included psychoeducation to teachers, faculty, and staff at the beginning of the school year regarding the roles, expectations, and responsibilities of the school counselor. There need to be clear definitions on and put out to the staff and faculty in the building on how and if a student needs to see a school counselor, how that's done. And it appears maybe sending the student to the main office, or if a staff member needs to see the counselor, for them to go to the main office to see if the counselor is available. And then because if a student goes to the main office, they're less likely to wander the halls, which was a complaint in the survey. If a teacher, faculty, or staff member has an urgent concern for a student, a phone call or an in-face conversation, or to seeking the office out to locate the counselor is a procedure to follow. So they should not send an email, basically. And then all the counselors should be located near each other. So when a student asks to go see the counselor, even if the student doesn't know the exact room number, the student knows the general location, or the student can be seen by another counselor if a counselor is unavailable. If a teacher has a concern or question about a student, it's not an emergency, they should send an email. The counselor try to reply or speak with the teacher. And then all teachers should be provided with a counselor pass, just like they are provided with a restroom pass and an office pass for their classrooms. My infographic included counselor availability, as I felt like that was important based on some of the comments, and then it shows that the counselors are available 71% of the time. The supportive services that the counseling department and the staff knows, the participants are aware of what the school counselors do, and then the communication piece with the counselors. the school counseling department. And then here are my references. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my presentation.